Good morning. Welcome to another day here from Daun. Another day dawns here at the EOS, and it is four-wheel drive time. We are just about to get into our final round of practice in four-wheel drive across all the classes of four-wheel drive, which includes truck, which is fun. As you see, they're on the track now, bashing their way around the track. Looks absolutely awesome. So we've got that, and then we're getting into 4 rounds of qualifying. Today it's going to be a fantastic, beautiful, long day of racing here in Daun, Germany for round 1 of the EOS. Did you watch two-wheel drive come to a climax yesterday? Fantastic battles in qualifying, but Schumacher locked out the top 3 places on the grid. But Marcus, world champion, managed to get himself onto the podium in the end. Michal Orlowski taking first position and taking the round, followed by his teammate Daniel Kobovic and Marcus Carup in third position. So that all goes into the standings and the points distributed across the season as we get into the next round, which will take place at the Hoodie Arena. But anyway, don't worry about that. It's four-wheel drive time now. It's a brand new day dawning in Daun, as my colleague Patrick has arrived in the booth. Dawning in Daun. Is it Daun? Daun. Downtown. So yeah, it's going to be a great day. Please stick with us all day long. Please join me in thanking Hobbywing, Schumacher, Coyote, S-Works, Genzace, Yokomo, Power HD, LSRAM, MRO Racing, LRP, X-Ray, Team Associated, and of course our title sponsor, One Up Racing. Patrick, would you like to say hello to the people? Let's do it. Joining me now is a very familiar voice for racing fans around Europe and indeed the world, Mr. Patrick Beck.
Good morning, everybody. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. I was sleeping a little bit longer this morning.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
You need your beauty sleep.
Just like a new life. So new life, new day, and a new race.
Yeah.
So two-wheel drive was good yesterday. What do you think?
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
It was nice to see Carup mixing things up on the podium after the Schumacher lockout in qualifying.
Yeah, I mean, qualifying looked pretty Schumacher-ish, I would say.
But when you look round by round, it had a promise that it was going to be a bit more exciting because we had different TQs a lot.
Yes, we had different TQs, but all from the Schumacher team. So they had a 1, 2, 3 on the starting grid. And then it's always, kind of a team game to bring home the win. And I think it was 4 team associated buggies behind them. Yeah. So Carup had a really good pace, maybe the same as Orlowski on top. Yeah. But he was not able to move up to make enough pressure. Only in A3 when Orlowski was not racing anymore after wrapping up the win. But Carup showed that he is the world champion and that he's still fast. But it was interesting yesterday. Also in the stock class, decision was in the last final. Yeah, and that's the way we like it. Yeah, off-road pretty cool here in Daun. Oh yeah. So very cool. And there's a strong team presence as well, particularly with Associated. I mean, with them not really having an on-road platform, we don't get to see them quite as often at at ETS.
ETS. Yeah. We don't see them as often, so it's nice to have them here. And they send Craig, and they're out in full force working together. Yeah, and we are talking about Team Associated, one of the most iconic brands with the biggest legacy, history, most world titles and everything. Recently voted the people's favorite off-road brand in the RC Racing Awards. Yeah. I saw this in the amazing show. Yeah. I hope next year I will be invited to walk over a red carpet with some kind of press taking pictures of us. So that would be childhood dream come true. No, but as you say, Associated super important, and on-road, for sure they now have a touring car again, the TC8, but it is not so much spread around here in Europe, I think, and there's not a real team existing. So you will see maybe 1 or 2 or 3 in the pits next week at the ETS, but not
that we will recognize them as a big team. But here in off-road, it's different. You know, you have so many guys here with Kerup, Jona Hartinen, the Hall brothers, and also Aiden Horn from the US.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he won the B main yesterday.
Yeah.
So he missed out on the A by a small margin, but yeah, not a bad job.
In the end, that was the best he could do. That's the best he could have hoped for because of his qualifying position. But yeah.
Maybe we can ask him what he thinks about his two-wheel drive result, because 2 years ago when Brock Champlin showed up from the US, he won two-wheel drive. So
Really?
yeah, maybe we need to tell him this.
Yes, yes, we do. Yes. Brock, obviously from Schumacher, and the two biggest teams here are probably Associated and Schumacher.
Yes.
Obviously, X-Ray are here
also,
as well.
Yeah.
And they've got the factory development, big mouthed words. And then we get into the other teams that are here, of course. S-Works.
Yeah, S-Works is also here with Elliot Boots and Mischa Wittmeier. I think some other guys. They're trying their best, but I think they didn't have a car in the main yesterday, so they will try to improve a lot here in four-wheel drive then.
Yeah, I mean that's why I was saying that we've got the big teams, but then the interesting things are the developments that are happening with the smaller teams.
Yeah.
We've got Jörn Neumann.
Yeah, Jörn
Neumann.
Yeah, he left S-Works and he signed with WIRC. Is the name now.
Yeah.
I only know that they already have a 1.8 Nitro buggy, which Jörn is racing then in the summertime, and they will work to develop own 110 scale buggies now for the future. But as they don't have a product right now, Jörn is running under their flag, but with a different buggy here on track.
Yeah.
So he can use whatever he wants now.
Yeah, which is in the name of development.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's plenty. I mean, there's a few Yokomos here.
Yeah. Yokomo. I think we see more Yokomos here than maybe next week at the ETS.
Yeah.
And Frederick Hofgaard, he did really good yesterday in the stock buggy class. He finished third on the podium with the Yokomo buggy. So I think the off-road buggies are performing good. They're still lacking kind of a little bit of, I would say, brand presence in Europe overall at the moment.
Yeah.
This is something which Yokomo needs to step up again if they want to join the club of the big teams again here.
Yeah, exactly.
Many years ago when Lee Martin was running for Yokomo, and the team was really, really big and they won so many races. It's the same in on-road with Ronald, and that all kind of disappeared a bit. I don't know why, but
it's one of those familiar tales in RC where the company is bought by another company. Yeah. And they kind of get a bit more and more diluted, and
this happened also many years ago to Team Losi, and maybe a little bit the same story.
Yes.
And once you lose the connection to the train on top, to the fast guys, then it takes a lot of time and hard work to get back into the group of race winners.
Particularly when the banking guys are in charge and not the racing guys.
Yeah.
But that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
That's life.
Yeah.
I was quite interested in the MRO.
Yeah, this is also a super interesting project. Yeah, it's a super interesting project here based in Germany, with many interesting people involved, a car designer. Then we also have Gerd Strange, who is a little bit involved, the guy who made the Durango cars 20 years ago.
But he's not here, right?
No, he's not here, and they will also not race with their current prototype car. I think they are not 100% ready with it, and also have maybe no driver who can run it properly to show what the car can do. But we talked yesterday. I talked to Yavuz Kura, who's here. He's also involved in the project, and he told us that they will still continue to work on it. So they have still the goal to release the car at some point. They also have jumped here on board to support the EOS with a little sponsoring package. So they really have the plan to do it. It just takes a little bit more time, and for a brand that hasn't existed 2 years ago, it is not so easy to get a prototype car into production for hundreds of car kits. Yes, where you have to check all the quality and the delivery chains and everything. So it's maybe not easy.
It's really difficult bringing a product to market, especially when you do it under the full gaze of the public racing community, who are like
Yeah.
Is it ready? Is it ready? You told us about this thing. It looks cool. When is it ready? And then if you make it ready too soon and it's not good enough, it's a disaster.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's better to wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think there's a similar story going on with the Nemo guys and their development car, which is, I think it's here, but it's still seems to be a way off.
Yeah, I mean, at some point you must roll out a product because the hype train will end at some point as well. So you cannot tell people for years and years and years that you are working on something, because then everybody expects it to be better than everything else once it's been released. So
I worked in the marketing department at HPI Racing back in the day when we announced products maybe 2 years too early. And people were like, every social media post, people would be like, yeah, but where's this? Yeah, but where's this? You told us about this, and then we were like, it's delays at the factory and development, and it's a nightmare. It's such a hard task bringing something to market. So anyone that does it, I big respect for you guys.
Yeah.
Tell you who I have big respect for, the people watching this live stream.
Yeah.
You guys at home are why we do this, and. Margin Rurk, good morning from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
X-Tech 101, good morning, everybody. Zaggy, followed by some numbers, says hello. Munstaub Music, good morning from Switzerland. And also, good morning from Lassen Detailing.
Yeah, so good morning, everybody. It's, I think, 9 o'clock here in Germany on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
We can just tell you that we had many viewers yesterday in the stream. It was more than 10,000 views on your YouTube channel, so really good.
Yeah, really good.
And today we expect almost the same once qualifying starts, and I think Sunday mains will be even better. Today is an interesting day. We have 4 rounds of qualifying coming up. Now we are still in round 2 of practice, followed by another round of practice. And then we head into 4 qualifiers, which all will take place today. In 4-wheel drive modified buggy, 4-wheel drive stock buggy, and the 2-wheel drive modified truck class.
Which is phenomenal, isn't it?
Yes.
Phenomenal class.
Yes. Yes and no.
Has that class been part of the EOS since the beginning?
Not since the beginning. I think in the very early years it was only buggy. Then they added stadium truck. I'm not sure if they maybe also did a season or 2 with short course.
Short course.
I'm not sure because
bring back short course.
Yeah, but it's the same happened to short course everywhere around the world. It was such a hype around it for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Short course was the class, and now you don't see anybody doing it.
No.
I'm not sure about it in the US, but I don't recognize it anymore.
It's the same with crawling. I mean, that's still going, but things are like huge, and then they dial back a little bit.
But about the truck class, maybe something to explain. First of all, I really like stadium trucks because this is what got me started in RC in the 90s. My first real competitive car was a Losi LXT truck.
Okay.
And I raced it for 2 years, and I was the coolest guy in town. So
stadium
truck is still really cool, but just to explain our viewers a little bit about the complexity having it here at the EOS. Yesterday we had 160 two-wheel drive modified racers and I think 80 something stock buggy racers.
Yeah.
And the day was completely full. And we had no stock truck class this year. For four-wheel drive we have a little less entries, so we are able to run the modified truck class. It's all limited by the time. By the daytime, and many racers here, they come and race 2 or 3 classes, and many of them they add a stadium truck class just for fun because they are here and they have a lot of time to wait. So they also run truck in between the races. But as we still have such a long waiting list, a secret waiting list with maybe 50, 60, 70 names on it, who also wanted to come to race. So we decided to remove the stock truck class, and in the first moment we also thought about removing the modified truck class to just allow more buggy guys to race here with us. And then some people kind of complained about no truck class happening, and then we added the modified class again together with the four-wheel drive portion of the event. But it's not easy, so we don't know if we will run truck here next year or not, because then we can allow even more guys to come here to race buggy. And for the next race, which we will have in the Hoodie Arena, we will not have the truck class because we are running the Hoodie tires there on the dirt track, which are working pretty good.
Yeah.
They don't have a truck tire, just for example. And I think that most of the truck racers nowadays, they never have driven their stadium truck on dirt.
Yeah.
So because dirt is pretty rare here in Europe. So yeah, this is the kind of complexity with the stadium truck class. It's not that we don't like it, it's just a kind of
it's a kind of an add-on support class.
Decision on request, yeah, yes.
But it is an interesting philosophical question, actually, whether you allow more people in or whether you have less people who have a maybe better experience. And the more people you add in, the less and less kind of experience they can get. And it's a difficult one to know what to do with.
Yes, I know this is true and a good question, but I think the philosophy at ETS and EOS in the last 10, 15, 18 years always was to allow everybody to come and to allow everybody becoming kind of a family member of the EOS and the ETS. And now we are in a situation also at the ETS where we have to say no to people. We are fully booked, you cannot come.
Yeah.
This is a situation which is, it is like it is. We cannot change that, but it is something which we normally don't want to do. So we try to allow as many racers as possible to come and to race with us, especially at this special indoor event here in Daun, which is the most hyped in our racing calendar.
Absolutely.
So it's not easy. So if we would reduce the amount of racers and everybody will do more classes, we will still have this kind of 500 entries, but less people, and so we disappoint even more people who are not allowed to come here. So, it's
a tough job.
Yeah, maybe
it's a tough job, Patrick.
Yeah, it's a how do you call it? A luxury problem? Can we say?
Nice problem to have.
Nice problem to have.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's nice to have any problems, but yeah.
So yeah, where are we at now?
We finished stadium truck problem.
Yes, yes. The only reason I like to have short course is because then you have one class which isn't open wheel.
Yeah.
And you can have more
banging side by side. Yeah.
Door banging.
Yeah.
But we have to do what the people want, and that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice class to race side by side and to kind of bang a little bit around. But it is also, I don't know how many manufacturers are still making a short course truck, for example. So Associated was having one and Losi, but then I can't remember of many others. So, and there's no request. I mean, if there would be a big interest in it, we still for sure would receive some kind of emails with people requesting classes like that.
Of course.
So
of course, yeah.
It's also the same at the ETS. We always think about changing something in the stock classes. Mm-hmm. For example, making 40 plus a GT class or 21.5 with the LMH Le Mans prototype body shells and stuff like that, which would be cool because then the classes would all look very different from class to class. But then we talk to the racers who are running these classes at each and every race, and they tell us that they don't want to have it, that they really want to run the normal standard touring car body shells, which the guys run in modified and in pro stock. So it's not so easy. And as long as the number of entries is still going so well, it is a big risk to change something just because you want to change something.
Yeah.
Because that could also go in a different direction.
It's risky business. I mean, people don't like change. We know that.
Yeah.
But
What would you change?
What would I change?
Yeah. If you would be the president of RC, what would you change in the racing format or in the rules?
I mean, ultimately, I would like to potentially not have three. I think in the electric classes, I think they're capable of maybe running longer races and not splitting the result over three finals.
So you would go with one main?
Maybe.
Because I know that this happens
Could
sometimes at races in the US.
Yeah.
What Scotty is doing, the big races, they mostly have a single main because also of time schedule and super high entries. I would agree if the main is longer then, because a 5-minute main after 1 week of practice and qualifying
it needs to
can be really disappointed.
How long? I mean, technically, how long do you think we could? And obviously, battery and all the technology improving, but how long could we get?
Depending on the racing class. So I think in 21.5, which would mean at the ETS the 40 plus class and 21.5 stock. If they all run a 8 or 9,000 battery, we can make a 20-minute final easy.
Lovely.
We can do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I think 15 is fine.
15-minute final. Yeah. So this is possible. In toe stock, we are running 17.5 now with a RPM limiter, so we can also go to 10 minutes. It's possible. Then they don't have to run a 5,000 battery. They need to go to 8 or 9,000.
Yeah.
For the finals then. So it would be also maybe mix up the things a bit to go with the 5-minute qualifiers, where everybody needs to set up the car for this and then make some little changes for the longer final.
Yeah.
This would be possible. In modified, there's no chance. You can indoors, you can maybe go from 5 to 6 minutes, but that will not change anything. I think in modified it should stay with 3 finals, but in all the other classes you can run longer, for sure. This is maybe something we need to throw onto the table. I would suggest that you write kind of a recommendation letter and send it to Uwe and Scotty and to us, and then we will discuss it.
Okay, fine. I'll submit it to the board of directors.
Yeah, or you can do kind of a summit. No, what is the name? In your news show, you can ask the racers.
A hot topic. The question of the week. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. We could do that,
but not for modified, because outdoors it's not possible to run longer, because everything is so on the limit with battery capacity and temperature.
So dial it back a bit. Dial it back a bit.
No, nobody wants that in modified.
Well, then maybe more people would do it.
Modified guys.
More people would do modified if you dial it back a bit.
And everybody would know that it's not a real modified anymore. it's kind of a I don't know if we can say the word, but it's the modified class then.
Yeah,
so,
I think people at home can insert their own word there.
Yeah, so and it would also take away the possibility to practice to be a proper modified racer when you do it at the ETS, and then you go to maybe the EFRA Euros or the IFMA Worlds, and everybody's going so much faster then it's like not the same. So I think modified should stay as it is, push to the limits, do whatever possible on tires, on motors. Yeah. This is also what the engineers and the pro drivers want to have.
Yeah.
But in all the other classes, for sure, there's maybe something.
Then I would say 1 5-minute race for modified. One 5-minute race.
No, you cannot do. No.
But
this is not a good idea.
Imagine this. Imagine this.
This is not a good idea.
Listen. Imagine it had always been 1 5-minute race. Since forever, it's always been one race, right? Just imagine a world where it's always been one race, right? And then somebody has a bad race and says, hey, best of 3, can we do best of 3? And everyone would laugh at them and go, no, you just lost, you just failed. And that's why you want it to be 3. In a world where it had always been one race and someone then goes, I want to do it over 3, it wouldn't be the winner that says that, it would be somebody who had a bad time. And everyone would laugh at them.
But there must be a reason why this world is not existing, Matt. There must be a reason why at some point racers have decided to have a triple main.
There must be a reason, yes. Yeah. And that reason is they are beep.
Yeah, I would agree if it's a one-day event maybe with many entries and you have only 3 qualifiers and 1 final and then you go home. But when you invest
a champion
5 or 6 days to come to a place like this, and you have 4 or 5 practice runs and 4 qualifiers.
There's many sports that are completed.
Yeah, I know.
You think about the long jump.
The what?
Long jump. Javelin. Discus.
Yes. Skiing.
Skiing.
Alpine skiing. I'm a big fan of alpine skiing. Women and men. So today, to all the viewers out there.
Is that with the shooting as well? Do they shoot in that?
This is the biathlon.
Right.
Yeah. But the alpine skiing, when they go downhill or slalom.
Yeah. So cool.
And today, for all the viewers out there, there's only one reason why you can switch on your second screen today.
Okay.
Because we have the world famous downhill ski race in Germany in Kitzbühel on the famous Streif downhill track.
Nice.
This is something you shouldn't miss out, and it starts at 11:30. But don't switch off the live stream here. Please use your television at home. Yeah, no, but I think if you invest so much time to go for practicing on the same track a week before and everything, and then, when the race starts, it happens so quickly that you get turned around by somebody, and then I think the people would be so much more disappointed when they leave the race, as they are nowadays,
Not the winner. They'd be happy.
On the other side, if you only have one final and it's longer, you can recover from a crash and maybe make up your way to the front again if you are fast.
This is true, but then is it endurance racing or not?
No, we don't. Normally not.
No. Guten Morgen to Yannick 1039. Where do I find the race list so I can know what drivers are in what heat? My RCM, Carmack.
Yes.
Go to my RCM.
My RCM.
As Yannick 1039 says correctly, I think the driver lists are on my RCM. And Dolph 11. What about 40 plus class? Well, we have that.
But not here.
Not here, no. But we have.
We have at the ETS, yeah.
Interesting, actually. What are the ages like? I think it's a slightly younger crowd of racers.
Yeah,
than
it's
ETS.
mixed. Yeah, it's maybe a little younger. Yesterday we gave away some nice EOS backpacks as a present to all the racers born after 2011, and it had been 16 or 17 of them. So many young guns here, and many fast young guys also. So that's more than at the ETS for sure. Yeah.
Mark Parry, good morning from the UK, everyone. Good morning, Mark. And Robert Manuel, hi from Japan.
Oh,
here we go.
Hello from Japan. Arigato.
Moshi
it's
moshi.
the only Japanese word I know. You
moshi
can?
Moshi.
What's that?
Hi.
Oh. Okay.
Hopefully, anyway. Unless I've just offended a whole nation. No, I think it's fine. So, yeah, cool.
Yeah, really nice. So what do you expect from the four-wheel drive race now? Do you think Carob can fight back or Team Associated can fight back? I mean, Schumacher will be super strong. They had a 1-2-3 yesterday evening again in the first round of practice. Yeah. What do you expect?
But it's a different platform, isn't it? So I would need to ask somebody who knew more than me about how the Team Associated car performs in four-wheel drive.
Yeah, we need to go into pits, or you need to go to the pits and talk to the guys.
Yes.
The only thing we can add to our weekend coverage, we also have the website eos.racing, where we post the race reports and also the kind of under the hood reports where we show the cars a little bit closer.
Yeah.
So for all you guys out there, if you are missing pictures from Schumacher and Team Associated cars, it is
it's not our fault.
Yeah, it's not our fault. We asked the teams, we asked all the teams who are sponsoring the EOS, so Yokomo, X-Ray, S-Works and all the others. But Schumacher and Associated, they didn't give us the permission to take pictures of the team drivers' cars during the weekend, because they are running at the new platform at Associated, but maybe with some parts they still want to test, or with parts they don't have enough of, and they're running older parts, and the same at Schumacher. They're running some new stuff in the car, and for some reason the companies want to hide it. Instead of showing on what they are working, it's, I don't know, in my opinion, it doesn't make sense to make such a big secret out of it, because customers out there want to see the cars the guys have here on track.
I think Craig yesterday, Craig Drescher from Team Associated, he made a fairly good point. I thought he was saying that, if we allow you to take photos of the car, some of our drivers who aren't, the top level team drivers, but a lot of our customers will see those photos and go, I must have that, and that, because that's what that driver's running. And they go out and buy those bits, and then they don't get the results that they want, and then they blame Team Associated for, like, I bought that and it's not helped. And they're only running it to test things. It might not help. So it's like, full disclosure, we're running these parts. It might not be the right parts. We're trying it out. Yeah, so it's like, don't follow me, because you might be wasting your money. That was his concern that he expressed, and their reason.
I think in a different way, because when you say that the people will see the parts and they will buy them, that means that the part is already available on the market and not a prototype part anymore. So they can buy and test. And this is completely against producing any kind of option and spare parts, option parts then, because every option part you buy, you never have to guarantee that it really improves the car in the way you want. And then you can always blame the manufacturer. Hey, why do you sell different pistons or different springs? And I was not getting faster on track. So this is, and I can tell you from the customer side, we have a lot of customer contact at Tony Sport, and the people want to see the cars of the drivers. And during each and every ETS, the under the hood reports we do with the cars are always the most clicked and most hyped posts on social media and on the website. So why not taking pictures of the Schumacher buggy or the associated buggy and writing into the text, hey, these 3 parts are prototype parts or from the old car because we wanted to test something, but that's basically the car we are using here, and this is how it looks.
Yeah.
So, and also,
I also put it to Craig there, is it because you have parts from another manufacturer on there? Is that what it is?
Yeah, he said no.
He said no, obviously.
Yeah.
He was obviously going to say no.
Yeah, and especially if you are going to a big race, shortly after releasing a new car on Facebook or on the social media platforms, like they did now with the B7.1. So I don't want to criticize Team Associated for that, but many manufacturers are doing this also and on-road. You release a car, then you go to the race, and the media wants to take pictures, and they say, no, better not today, because we still have some new stuff in the car which we don't want to show. So I don't get it. And then just build one car out of the box as a display car and show it to the people. I mean, so yeah, it's a little bit sad. I'm sad about it because I would love to show the Team Associated products, because I really like this brand, and it's kind of a mess that we don't.
I think you know what Schumacher have to their advantage. I think to their advantage they sent Trish, because they have designer, developer, R&D guy in there who's also like helps with people's mental setup as well as car setup. Like, he's really, really important. And some of the other manufacturers have not sent like maybe a mechanic, but not like the designer.
Yeah.
So I think they're doing active development right here on the track, and that's really cool to see. And it's giving them results. You can see how well they're doing these days.
Yeah, that's right. But I have not thought about that. No, you're completely right. It's always the question. The question is the designer of the car also a racer or not? In Trish's example, I don't know, but in on-road, for example, we always had Robert Peach together with the Mugen team as the car designer and as a world-class racer.
Yes.
And on the other side, maybe when Oleg from Osomatics was sometimes at the track, he was watching the races, and he is a genius in designing the cars, but I don't know if he has ever raced one of his cars at a competitive track.
Yeah.
And therefore he has the team manager, Max Merkler, who is a good racer, but maybe not able to design or to draw CAD drawings. I don't know, but yeah, it's always helpful to have the biggest, I don't know, brain from the company trackside.
Trish raced at a few events last year.
Yeah.
And he's not great. He's no Robert Peach.
Yeah.
And he would not claim to be, but yeah, I think sometimes the designer needs. A racer could make a terrible designer, and a designer can make a terrible racer.
Yes.
But together, they can make a world champion.
Especially when you are able to run on a super high level by yourself, and you are the car designer, you have that kind of a feeling on track, how a car must feel to perform really good.
Yeah.
And also for the end customers. What do you want if the end customers are building the car kit? You expect it to perform on a solid level for everybody, and I think as better the designer is also in racing, it always helps, and not every brand has it. So.
Yeah, and I think as well, when you're choosing your car, you're choosing your team, it's cool to look at the mid-pack. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes I look at Bruno, I look at Mark, and I think, that's great for you. You could race anything and probably win. Yeah. You could race the worst car and probably beat most of us.
Yeah.
How? That's not helpful.
No,
I mean, that's great.
That's not helpful.
And then you look at like X-Ray and you look at the swell of the middle of the table. There's lots of blue shirts.
Yeah.
Like it's a huge bubble of X-Ray drivers in the middle of the pack.
Yes.
And that's great for that brand because that says if you're a club racer, if you're a customer, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
With that brand.
And you can see that if you talk about the blue T-shirts in the X-Ray example, this is what you need to achieve as a brand. You need to create a team that everybody wants to join, and you need to create an atmosphere where everybody is kind of proud to buy this blue T-shirt or to get one for free and to represent the brand. And I remember when Robert Peach made the first Mugen touring car, I also started to drive this car because I liked the car and the guys. And he told me once, my dream now for this electric on-road project is to build up a team like Yokomo or X-Ray, for example, where everybody is wearing our T-shirt and where we can get a big community. And that was such a long way, but now it's kind of achieved. Yeah. And this is the most important for each company to have this kind of a community where the racers feel that they belong to something. And this is the biggest value you can have, because all these guys, when they are here at the big race, all of them, they are going back to their local club, maybe next weekend, practicing a bit and seeing all the other guys who are not racing on the biggest stages maybe. And then they are kind of the guys who the others are following in the club. And then they look, hey, which car are you using? Oh, you did so well last weekend at the big race. And this is something which is kind of a free, I wouldn't call it a free promotion for the brands, but this is the best way to carry out the brand and the products into the RC market.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Were you surprised to see Robert go to Infinity? I assume he'll be here next weekend with Infinity.
No, Infinity will not be here next weekend.
Oh, okay.
So